Hey, what is up, everybody? Michael Crump back here again, talking about the latest and the greatest in PlayStation homebrew news and much, much more. Okay, so Hogwarts Legacy is now out, as well as the version 1.03 patch, and then a lot of different DLC. Now, as I was looking through the release notes here, I started scrolling down a little bit and I noticed that there was this message, and it said that for the Twitch Drop DLCs and Harry Potter fan club, those DLCs are written in a save game. You need to import it, for example, with Apollo Save Tool. And then there was some instructions in here. And so what I thought that I would do today is just kind of create a visual guide to getting this DLC unlocked for your PlayStation 4. So let's just go ahead and jump straight into it. Okay, so first up, let's look at the file structure. So obviously you have the game setting right here at 36.3 gigabytes, and then you have the patch up to 1.03, and that is at 30 gigabytes. And then you'll see this one right here is obviously for the European DLC, and if you go into this, it has a number of different packages. These are going to be able to be installed just like you would any other package file. Obviously, the 12771 matches the release. That does mean that this one for the US DLC does not match this release. So if there is at a later time the US version of Hogwarts Legacy, then you would be able to use the DLC in this folder. One that was for a male character and the other one that was for a female character. So depending on the character that you select is going to depend which one of these folders you're going to be accessing. And so if we just went into the male character here, you will see that there is a .save file, and this is what we will be modifying in just a moment. So to begin with, I'm going to assume that you've went ahead and installed the game as well as the patch. We're going to go into the EU DLC, and I'm just going to go ahead and start installing these one by one. Back over at our game, down to information. Now for the installed add-ons, you will see all of those listed here. And now really it's just time to go ahead and launch the game. So as the game loads, they're going to ask you to look at a number of these settings. Just go ahead and press continue, and you will need to accept the terms here. And on this one, you're going to skip the sign in, and now you're going to start seeing some of these rewards pop up. So there is the first one, second one. Okay, so now we need to actually create our character and get to the very first save point. I am going to select this person right here and leave pretty much all of these as the default. And you need to give your character a name and you can start your journey. You can skip these dialogues with the triangle button. Okay, and so that should do it. We should have a save point. And you can verify by just pressing the options button here and then going to where it says load game and then seeing the game listed right here. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is to get a blank USB thumb drive and just plug it inside of your very first USB port. Now that is obviously mapped to USB 0, and then USB 1 is where I've got another USB drive attached to that has those save game files that I mentioned a little bit earlier. Now that you've got that, you're going to want to go ahead and open up Apollo Save Tool. You're going to want to go to HDD Saves. So scroll down until you see Hogwarts Legacy Save Game List, and then press X and then copy save game. And now this is going to be to your USB device. So mine is in USB 0, and now that is ready to go. Now we'll flip back over to PS4 Explorer, and I'm going to go right here into the Twitch drop. male character, and I'm going to press triangle right here and then copy. And I'm going to paste them inside of my USB that I copied the save file to. So this is going to be underneath PS4 and then Apollo. And then the user ID CUSA12771 and then underscore save game list. Go into that folder. And now we're going to press triangle and we're just going to select paste. And we are going to say yes to this question. Now we need to go back over into Apollo and we're going to go to USB saves. And it's going to be at the very bottom of the list here. And we're going to copy the save game. And this time we're going to put that back on the hard disk drive, which is exactly what we wanted to do. And it does state right here that DLC requires progress in game, which was the save game point. But then it says unlocking the inventory option for changing outfits. So I'm not sure if that's something I have access to. So with that modified save, we can load up the game and we will press X to start and see if it automatically loads that. So there it is. We are going to go ahead and select that character. Okay, so I didn't find a quick way to kind of figure out where that inventory was at. I will be playing this game a little bit later on. So anyway, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Michael, out.